Hey, it's Deborah Fryer, and I am pulling a John right now. This is Driving with Deborah. I am just coming from teaching a yoga class, and I had a thought. I promised you I'd make a video every single day today. And so today what I'm thinking about a lot is the word deliberate. I love the word deliberate because it has in the middle of it liberate, freedom. When we are deliberate, when we act deliberately, we make choices that are on purpose, and we make choices that liberate us. So I want to ask you, how can you be deliberate in your choices today? Starting with, can you be deliberate with the way you breathe? What if you pay attention to your breath? There's a really cool story in the New York Times yesterday that talked about some scientists from Stanford, and they discovered that there are 65 specific neurons that control our breathing. And those neurons are actually able to bypass the fight or flight part of our brain and go right into the part of our brain that creates more safety and security for us. And yogis have known for thousands of years that deep breathing exercises are calming. We call that pranayama in yoga. And now we're understanding why scientifically this is true. So whether you land on the side of science or spirit, from my perspective, there is actually no difference at all. And I don't need to know the science of why it works, because I know that it works. And sometimes the how can really be derailing. I know that when we ask ourselves a lot, how am I going to do it? We get really inspired and we say, oh, I want to do X, Y, Z. I have this idea. I'm going to create this thing, and we get all jazzed up about it. And then we start, the analytical part of our brain takes over, and it's like, well, how are you going to do that? And how are you going to pay for that? And who's going to buy it? And how are you going to make it happen? And how are you going to find the time? And like all of these how questions really take us way off track. And it's just like putting a big wet blanket over your inspiration. The how, everybody knows the how, right? You can Google anything in the world and somebody knows how to do it. And you probably know people who have done before what it is that you want to do. And I'm sure you can Google and find answers, and you can find YouTube videos, and you can get books out of the library that will tell you how. But the inspiration, that's your creation, that's your soul's wisdom, and that's why I want you to get deliberate, right? Because we're going to get back to that word deliberate. Choose freedom. What does it mean for you to choose freedom? So if you're taking actions based on what other people want or expect, or you think they want or expect, maybe they don't, but you've made up a story that says, well, they're not going to like me if I do X, Y, Z, or they're only going to like me if I do X, Y, Z, or say X, Y, Z, or dress in a certain way, or eat a certain food. If all of your responses are based on how you think other people are going to approve of you, you're not free. So my invitation for you today is be deliberate. Choose what is feeling awesome for you. Be deliberate so that you can be free. I'm Deborah Fryer, and this is day 3 of my 100-day video challenge. Have an awesome day. I can't say that I love making a video while driving, but you know what? I'm exploring my edges, and this is one of them. Have an awesome day. Lots of love.